Feedback provides learners with information, both positive and negative, about their performance. It provides information about right and wrong answers, good language use and errors, and encourages the sharing of ideas. Effective feedback helps learners to become more accurate and shows them better and more natural ways to express themselves in English. The second group that is particularly vulnerable are night shift workers, and the third group that is particularly vulnerable are people with sleep disorders, particularly sleep apnea. 1 out of 3 men and 1 out of 6 women have sleep apnea. And yet, 85% are undiagnosed and untreated. And it more than doubles the risk of cancers. Anticipating problems is like checking the road ahead to make sure you have a comfortable journey and arrive at your destination on time. What could prevent you from achieving the lesson aim? What could create stress for you or the learners? It's not that human activities didn't impact wildlife at all, of course. Heavily hunted species, like white-tailed deer, gray squirrels, and raccoons, were photographed somewhat less often in hunted areas. coyotes showed up more often in hunted areas. While most species didn't avoid hiking trails, the predators actually preferred them. Developing speaking skills in online lessons is different from in a face-to-face class, but it is still possible. A little creativity and imagination are needed on the part of the teacher and the learners. Learners also need to be guided on how to listen well to each other. Having a task for them while listening will help this process. Collaboration is the process through which a goal is achieved or a task is completed by people working together. Giving learners opportunities to communicate is not enough and is not the same thing as encouraging collaboration. Collaborative work happens when learners participate proactively in a group with a shared purpose. Learner motivation is the winner. Clearly defined and relevant aims/learning outcomes help both the teacher and the learners to see how a lesson fits into the overall course objectives and to understand how each of the lesson stages contributes to the final learning outcome. They also help learners to reflect on their performance and progress. Feedback provides learners with information, both positive and negative, about their performance. It provides information about right and wrong answers, good language use and errors, and encourages the sharing of ideas. The teacher or other learners can give feedback. It can be immediate, interrupting a speaker to correct an error, or delayed, such as at the end of a speaking activity. Dolphins, whales and porpoises are all social animals, but some species are more sociable than others. This depends on the environment because a species adopts the lifestyle most suitable for this. Among dolphins, forming groups makes it easier for them to find food, reproduce and gain knowledge. Facebook is a widely used social media platform. In places where teachers and their learners may not have access to advanced digital tools or infrastructure for learning, Facebook is a quick and readily available platform. Learning through Facebook is also likely to build learners' digital skills. Learning to think critically is vital for the development of literacy and language skills. Learners need to be taught how to think, not what to think, so they can make informed choices in life for themselves. Critical thinkers are able to reason and analyze information to generate solutions and solve problems. Technology has already transformed our century. Smartphones, cloud computing, social media and video conferencing are only a few of the major innovations that have exploded onto the scene. They have changed our lives and completely changed the ways in which we communicate and access information and learning. Digital literacy is about how effectively we can use different technologies to find and evaluate information, and how well we communicate with others in digital spaces. Digital literacy requires both cognitive and technical skills, such as the ability to create a professional online identity when we connect and interact with others online. In some contexts, governments and school systems are looking at how they can use television or YouTube to continue learning when schools are closed. Here are some ideas for how simple lessons can be structured and supported to improve learning opportunities. Citizenship involves understanding the values of a society as well as the skills and knowledge needed to participate as responsible, informed citizens. Taking responsibility for our actions is important for good citizenship locally and globally. Collaborative work happens when learners participate proactively in a group with a shared purpose. Effective collaboration requires learners to build positive working relationships, share their skills and knowledge, and engage in respectful dialogue. If the initiative brings positive results, the school will encourage the production of more such products from recyclable waste. The school also has a strong industry interface program supporting students to get exposure to reputed industries. Innovative or original thinking requires higher-order thinking skills. Learners must use a complex set of cognitive processes to produce originality, one of the main aims of 21st century education. The learning outcome should be an original production that helps learners make sense of the language. Virtual tours of museums, wildlife safaris and space stations or online art exhibitions can be very useful for providing a change of pace while teaching remotely and making online lessons visually vibrant, relevant and fun. There are a wide range of online tours available from all over the world. Experienced teachers know that the same problems often happen over and over again. They also know how busy teachers are and how little time there is to prepare. Therefore, you want to be able to anticipate problems and plan your response quickly in your mind as you prepare your lesson. Many people are under the impression that the water which comes out of a plant is clean. This is a common misconception. The function of a plant is to make the water cleaner, but it's not clean enough to drink. It could be used in irrigation. What a plant is trying to do is simply speed up a process that would naturally occur given more time. Planning a sequence of lessons helps with timing and avoids the problem of having to rush through the end of the course because the pace was too slow in the beginning. Preparation becomes easier because teachers can organize materials in advance for several lessons. In contexts where most students have limited to no access to the internet, it may be quite challenging to prepare yourself to teach English remotely. In such a scenario, you will benefit from some preparation and research into different options before starting to teach. Differentiated learning is about providing effective learning opportunities for everyone and allowing all learners to reach their potential. Learners come to class with different ages, abilities, knowledge, interests, personalities, levels of confidence and preferred ways of learning.